Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Yvette Scipio. I thank you once again for tuning in to me. I'm going to ask you today, do you feel drained? And if so, what do you feel is draining you? At certain times when I feel drained, the number one thing that drains me the most is negative people. When you're around negative people, everything that they talk about, everything that's about them is negative. You ask them, how are the children? They start telling you how this child is doing bad and that child is doing bad. You can ask them, sometimes you just walk into it with a simple question that you ask people just in greeting them every day. How are you today? And you get the whole list that's wrong with them, from the aches in their feet to their roof is falling in to they can't pay the mortgage to their car just got repossessed, and you're just sitting there and you listen to them, and at that time you can't really say anything about, well, what's positive in your life, because that's not the time to say that to them. You have to let them vent, but the more that they're venting, the more it's draining you of your joy, of everything that's positive in your life. Have you ever realized that when you leave those negative people, you leave with a sense of despair? You don't feel the same. You may have walked in there with a great attitude, but by the time you leave, you feel the same way. Oh my goodness, I just got finished arguing with my husband, and this is wrong and that's wrong. Don't you think it would be so much better to focus on the positive than the negative? Now, I haven't exactly come up with a way to get negative people to realize just how draining they are on other people, with those around them. You don't want to tell those type of people, I really don't want to be around you because you're so negative and you just drain the life out of me. That's really not the proper thing to say. So basically what most people do is they just shy away from those type of people. Like I said, I don't know what the solution is in helping them, but I know as far as the way that I deal, the solution in helping me is I can't focus on a negative. Once I heard it was a sound bite from Les Brown. Les Brown is a motivational speaker. He travels around the country. He's very, very good. And on the internet, if you look him up, Les Brown, it was a sound bite that somebody told me. And at this time, I was one of those negative people where everything was just wrong. And whenever people asked me, all I could do was focus on the wrong and the negative in my life. What Les Brown said in this sound bite was, never ever say, I'm having a bad day. You say, I'm having a character building day. Now just think about that for a second. Instead of you saying you had a bad day, and let's take the same scenario where the roof is caving in, your car just got repossessed, you can't pay the mortgage, your kids are acting up. How can you turn it around to the positive by saying, I've had a character building day? Because we're not taking away the fact that all of these negative things happen. Negative things happen in everybody's life almost every single day. It's just all in the way that we deal with them, how we process them. But by saying that I've had a character building day, all those things, it makes you stronger. It makes you stand up. It makes you fight harder. It makes you, I got to go out here and I got to make this money because I don't want my car to get repossessed. I know this car payment is due, so I got to do what I need to do. But guess what? The car might be repossessed tomorrow, but I still got my car today. I might have lost my home to the market, which so many people have done, but I still have, even though I'm living with family, I have a roof over my head. Now that's not me personally. I'm just saying, just in situations where you have to learn how to find the positive in the situation. And if you learn how to focus more on the positive than the negative, remember, everything is a state of mind. Whatever you tell your mind you are, that's what you're going to become. So if it's a character building day, then all of those bad things that happen, they built up your character to the point where I now can deal with this on a much better level than I did before. I don't let the things that are just traumatizing in life pull me down to the point where it's hard for me to function. It's hard for me to be around because I'm such a negative person. I'm going to let those situations, those same situations that cause other people to become negative and downhearted, I'm going to let those situations build me up so that maybe I can help somebody else that's going through the same situation deal with it differently in a more positive way. Because of the way that I dealt with it, I might have some solution that can not only help me, but can help somebody else. So it builds character and it makes you a better person. So the next time that you're around somebody, or you yourself internally feel like the world is crashing down, I just didn't feel like getting out of bed this day. No, you need to turn that around. This is another day that God woke me up. You got to remember, no matter what happens, it's a character building day. You take from it, you learn, you keep on going, and it's going to be another day that you're going to be able to smile. You're going to have a stronger character, and you're going to be a better person. So don't let the negative people take the life out of you, and make sure that you don't become that negative person. Become that person that is built up by that character that makes you the strong person that I know that you are. Like I said, once again, thank you for joining me. My name is Yvette Scipio, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. You all have a good evening.